Hola y bienvenido. Soy Joseph Hoffman, and in this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to play the melody for Remember Me from the movie Coco. Let's come to the piano to get started. First, let's talk about where we're going to place our hands on your piano or keyboard. These pinkish purple notes are where your left hand is going to be. Anytime you see notes in the bass staff, which the bass clef looks like this, any notes down here will be played by the left hand, and these notes are E, F, G, A, and B. These blue notes are the keys that your right hand will be taking care of, and as you're reading Remember Me, any notes up here in the treble staff, you'll see this treble clef here, those notes up on this staff are going to be played by the right hand with C, D, E, F, and G. Now as we go, there's one place where your right hand will have to shift up one key higher for this A, and then towards the end of the song, your right hand will have to shift even higher all the way up to this C, B, and A. So be ready on these three keys as well, but most of the time your right hand will be hanging out down here, occasionally shifting up one key, and then right at the end, we'll make a big shift up as well. So go ahead and place your two hands in this position, and let's get started. The right hand has the first two notes. Finger 2 plays D, then we step up to E. And you'll notice on that E, there's this symbol up above called a fermata. And that symbol means you're going to hold that note a little extra long. Remember, and then it comes down to this C, and then the left hand plays G. So all together we get Remember Me. Now you try. Good. Now as we're learning this, I encourage you to sing along with yourself as you play. Remember me. That will help you get the notes and rhythms correct. And then this next phrase, we have the first two notes are in the left hand. Actually, the first three notes, we have G, E, F. So we start on G, skip down, and then step up. Now you try. G, E, F. That makes though I have. And then the right hand comes back in on C, C, D, D. Now let's try the right hand part. To say goodbye. Now you try. And notice that on that last note we have another fermata. So we'll go to say goodbye and kind of hold that out a little extra long. Let's put that together with the phrase before, the three notes our left hand just played. So we have G, skip down, step up, and then the right hand, C, C, D, D. Though I have to say goodbye. Now you try. Good. Then you'll notice this breath mark. That means you'll take just a slight pause. That breath mark is where a singer would take a breath. On the piano, we'll just pause for a moment, lift the hand for just a moment. And then we go on to E, E, D, G in the left hand for Remember Me. Now you try. Good. And then we go on, the right hand plays E, then steps up to F, steps back to E, two E's, and then two D's. E, F, E, E, D, D, for don't let it make you cry. Now you try. Good. Now, at any point in this video, if you need some extra time to practice something, just press pause or rewind, work on it on your own, and then keep going. Now, let's put all of this together from the beginning. We had Remember Me, rest. Though I have to say goodbye, remember me. Rest, rest. Don't let it make you cry. Good. Now, if you'd like to pause and work on that section on your own, you can feel free to do that. Or, if you're ready to keep going, let's go on to the next phrase. You'll see this one note down in the bass staff, which means our left hand will play it. Finger 1 on B, 4, on that B, and then it comes right back to the right hand, C, 4, E. And then here is where I was talking about before, where we're going to have to reach up one key, because this next note's an A, and we don't have a finger on A. So we're just going to reach up, let all the other fingers follow along, except your thumb. Okay, so watch this. For even if I'm far away. See how I did that? For E, then 2 A's, 2 G's, 2 E's. For even if I'm far away. Now I'd like you to press pause on the video and try that a few times on your own. From for even if I'm far away, and then stop there. Press pause to work on that section on your own, then press play to go on. Okay, so you should have been playing for even if I'm far away. Then to go on, our finger 1 is going to reach back down here to C, or maybe you've kept it there the whole time, and that's fine too. It can just have stayed there on C. I, and then on the word hold, what you're going to do is bring your fingers back to their original position with these 5 adjacent keys. I hold you in my heart. Okay, so watch all of that together. For even if I'm far away, I shift, hold you in my heart. So let's practice just that part. C, G, F, F, E, E. Now you try. Good. Now try putting it together all the way back to for even if I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. And remember, on hold, you're going to shift back down. Okay, press pause and work on that phrase a few times on your own until you're comfortable with it, and then press play and we'll learn a little more. Good. Now the next 2 notes are back down in the bass staff, which means our left hand will take care of them. Finger 3 on G, and then that steps up to A for I sing. Now you try. Good. Now after I sing, then we come back up to this G in the right hand. Finger 5 is on that G. A secret song to you. See how we had 2 G's, steps down, F, F, steps down, E, E. I sing a secret song to you. Now you try. Good, now let's add a little more. We have each night, which is C, E. So we just skipped up. C, E, D, D, C, D. Each night we are apart. Now you try. Good, now let's connect that with the phrase before. I sing a secret song to you. Each night we are apart. Fermata again. Now press pause and work on that phrase a few times on your own until you feel confident, then press play to go on. So we just finished with apart with the fermata and then a breath. So go ahead and lift your hand for just a moment. Then we go on, remember me. Notice that all the remember me's are a little bit different. We had that first one that was D, E, C, G. Then the next one was E, E, D, G. Then this one is C, E, E, C, G. So be careful of that. Each one is a little different. Try it on your own now. Good. C, E, C, G. Rest. Then this is just like what we had before. G, E, F, C, C, D, D. Now you try. Good. And then here's another Remember Me, which once again is a little different from all the ones before it. This time it's E, E, F, E. Now you try. Good. Now let's connect that to Though I Have to Travel Far. This time, unlike the other places, there's no fermata or breath marks, so it just kind of goes straight through. Though I have to travel far, remember me. Okay, now you try. Good. Now, let's check out this next phrase. We have, each time you hear a sad guitar. And in letter names, we have two E's, E, E, then steps up to two F's, F, F, steps back down to two E's, E, E, then step up, step up. E, E, F, F, E, E, F, G. Now you try. Good. Now here's for me where I think we get to one of the most beautiful parts of the song, where we go no, and then we come all the way up to this high C. We go from C to C, which has a really sweet sound. Know that I'm with you the only way that I can be. Okay, so to get all the way up there, finger one plays this middle C, and then finger five is going to kind of reach all the way up to this high C, two C's in a row, two B's in a row, two A's in a row, two G's in a row. See how it's just two in a row, step down, two in a row, step down, two in a row, step down. Then here it skips down, a little surprise, right? We had two C's, two B's, two A's, two G's, skip down, two E's, and then step down, step down. So watch how we do that with fingering. So we go, know that I'm with you the only way, stretch down that I. Now we've got to step down, but we're out of fingers. So watch, finger two is going to just glide over, and all the other fingers will follow. D, and then finger one sneaks under to C. Kind of fun and tricky, huh? We're on this E, finger two just glides over, and then finger one sneaks under for C. Watch the whole thing. Now, I'd like you to press pause and work on that until you feel comfortable. This is maybe the trickiest spot in the song. So take your time, get comfortable with that phrase on your own, press pause to work on that, and then press play to go on. Okay, we're coming up on the end of the song. Now we get until, two C's. Go ahead and try that. Good, then we have an E flat. Here's E flat. So finger two, which was here on D, is just going to glide over to this E flat. You're in, two E flats in a row, because the flat symbol carries all the way across the measure to all other E's on that same line. And then two A flats in a row, which you'll use finger five on. And A flat is right here. Here's E flat, here's A flat. Until you're in my arms. Now you try. So basically right there, you were in this position. You're just going to take fingers 2 and 5 and move them up to these two black keys. For until you're in my arms. Now you try. Good, now here your left hand is going to cross over to help with these two really high notes. We need a C and a D. For again, So watch this whole thing. Until you're in my arms again. And fermata on that really high note. Press pause to practice that on your own, then press play to go on. Good, now after you do until you're in my arms again, after that we finish with remember me. You're just going to play 4 C's with the right hand finger 3. Sorry, your left hand, which is crossed over, will play those 4 C's. Remember me for the ending. Now, we've gone through the whole thing, one phrase at a time. Like I said, you can feel free to rewind, practice sections on your own until you feel like you've got the whole thing mastered. One really fun way to practice this would be to buy the soundtrack, this one track for Remember Me, and this is the lullaby version. In the movie Coco, there are actually at least three times that you hear this song, and the one I taught you today is the lullaby version. So find that soundtrack, download it. I'll put a link below this lesson, and then you can have a lot of fun playing along with the original soundtrack. Great work learning the melody for Remember Me. I hope you enjoyed playing this song as much as I have. Thanks for learning with me today, and adios, mis amigos. Señores y señores, buenas tardes, buenas noches, buenas tardes, buenas noches, señoritas y señores. To be here with you tonight brings me joy, que alegría, for this music is my language and the world has mi tortilla.
I think it's supposed to be familiar.
For this music is my language and the world has mi tortilla.
It's familiar.
For this music is my language and the world es mi tortilla.